各位观众大家晚安，欢迎大家今天晚上参加欧洲教育系列讲座。那我们今天呢，在讲座开始之前，先跟大家提醒一下，等一下讲师结束简报之后，会有一个 Q&A 的时间。Q&A 的进行方式呢，大家可以透过在你们的 Webinar 面板上 Question 的功能链上留下你的文字讯息。那我们会统一在简报结束后帮大家提问。Tonight we are really glad to invite Miss Seng BISIOU from Montpellier Business School. She's in charge of Asia development, and she will introduce the school and the program for us tonight. Let's welcome her. Seng, now it's your turn. So now we switch the screen to you. You can start sharing your PowerPoint with us.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Seng BISIOU. I work for MBS. So today I would like to present you my school, Montpellier Business School, and to say why we should study in France. So I invited you to come to discover what is the advantage to study in France. So first, the different reasons to join MBS and to choose MBS. Why? Because MBS Montpellier is in France. And why to choose France? Because the country which offer many advantages. Let's go to see. Making the difference for your education. Because France is in high education quality. It's also world classified economic power. And also living in France, it's pleasant to live with its environment, with its living life. And speaking French, it's one point which is an advantage point for different people. You see, the French language is also one of world-speaking language. And also in Montpellier Business School, it's called a school in which is located in city international city. So coming to France, it's also you can stay after your work after your graduation. You will get the permission to stay more than 2 years after your graduation. Coming to MBS, you can have a scholarship up to 2,000 euro, a reduction for your tuition fees. You will get advantage for your social security. For example, when you get sick, you go to doctor, you will be reimbursed. And you will get financing for housing, financing help for housing. For example, if you rent an accommodation for 400 euro, you will be helped by French government about 20 or 30%. So MBS and Montpellier, what is it? Where is it? Montpellier is in the south of France, located about 10 kilometers from the sea, 2 hours from ski station, and 3 hours from Paris by train. As you see, Montpellier is just really in the south of France. It's the 7th place, largest city in France, but it's ranked the 3rd city in France as best place for students. So why it's so famous for students? Because the weather is very good, the living cost is very cheap. Compared to Paris, it's about 40% less than Paris. And also, there are many cultural and sport events in Montpellier, organized by Montpellier's government, Montpellier municipality, and with many universities. In Montpellier, there are about 20 universities. Three biggest university, French university, and of course, one of highest business school is Montpellier Business School. So, in France, there are more than 200 business schools, but the prestigious school, it's only about 30. And Montpellier is one of 30 biggest prestigious schools in France. What we give as a program, we offer to you many programs in business. So you can learn here supply chains, human resources, marketing, project manager, accounting, finance, international business. But most of the things is you will learn about your soft skill, making difference. What is your soft skill? So briefly about Montpellier Business School, we are ranked as a best master in management, the 61st place by Financial Times, by French ranking, we are on the 12th place. The bachelor program is 3rd place in bachelor program, and in MSc program it's 11th place. And Montpellier is accredited by international accreditation like AACSB, AQUIS, and EMBA for program of MBA. So what we help you in your staying in Montpellier? We have a career center who will help you to clarify your professional career and to help you to see what you like and how to prepare you to professional world. Because Montpellier Business School have a relationship with more than 50 companies, big cities, big companies who have relations with MBS. So you can be coach and you can be trained to come to go to companies, and moreover companies come to you. They will recruit students for internship, for etc. To recruit you and support you to do the visa. And when you enter to MBS, when you arrive, we have the orientation seminar. For 3 weeks, you will learn French. And what kind of programs we will offer you? We have the bachelor degree, bachelor years program. The bachelor program is 3 years. You have master in management and master of science. Now I will the program of bachelor program in the school called Bachelor International Business Administration. The first year in campus. Second semester to see how it goes, it's an exchange program. You have choice 70. So you have choice to be change program for semester or 1 year, because in the program going abroad third year to get double degree, you can, or you can go Montpellier Business study and 1 week. No, excuse me. 1 week study, 3 weeks in the enterprise to work. This option called apprenticeship. The apprenticeship, the advantage is you can get the you can get the salary, and you don't have to pay the tuition fees for the third year. So you see, many want to work and want to study at the same time. In Montpellier Business School, we offer that possibility. For those students who want to start their company, they don't want to work for someone, they want to work for themselves. So MBS, Montpellier Business School, also offer the entrepreneurship project. So students come in the second year, they have the possibility to create their own entrepreneurial project. So what is it, the entrepreneurship project? It means that create your own company. You will be accompanied by our professor, by our juridical sector to help you to create your own project. That is the bachelor program. Now, the master in management, it's after the bachelor degree, you can enter to master degree. Master degree, we have 2 kinds of master. One is master in management. It's a 2 years program. First year program, it's in the campus for whole semesters and 6 months internship. The second year, you can be in the campus or you can go abroad for an exchange for 1 year. and after that also 6 months internship. It means that the courses in the first year it's only 8 months courses and 6 months study internship. The second year 10 months courses, 6 months internship. For the Master of Science, it's only 1 year totally. From September to June, you will study on campus, and then you have internship after that. So the first semester you will learn common courses, and the second semester you will have specialization. In MBS we offer mainly 6 specialization: finance, marketing, digital, business excellence, and business international. And we have, in every sector, we have specialization. Like in finance, we have specialization in advanced finance, in environmental finance, specialization of responsible finance, innovation finance. In the marketing, we have also 4 specialization. For example, advanced finance, French excellence, food and wine, tourism and hospitality. MSc in digital transformation, we have digital management and specialization in data science. For business excellence, we have lean operational management and supply chain management. And the MSc international business, and we have also global business. International business, we have specialization which is called global business. It's this program is quite specific because you will stay in Montpellier only 3 months, three other months in other countries, and 3 other months to the second international country. But it's quite complicated for international students. That's why in my PowerPoint I didn't put it. But if you have any questions, if you would like to join us for this program, you can ask me. So how you can apply for all of this program? You can apply online, and we have the test online as well. All the tests in MBS are free of charge. So for a bachelor and master program, master in management, firstly you can have application, put the application documents, and then they will ask you to pass an online test, reasoning test. It's about 2 hours, 45 questions. MBS will send you the link. You do it by yourself. And for English test, if you have already certificate of IELTS or TOEFL, you don't need to do the English test. But if you don't have it, you can do our test online. And after on this test, you have an interview. This is also online interview. It's a recording. So you will have question, you reply, and it will register. For the Master of Science, the student don't need to pass the logical test. So they have only online application and then English test if you don't have the certification of TOEFL or TOEIC. If you have TOEIC or TOEFL or IELTS certification, you don't need to pass the online test. And then interview. So, if you have any questions, please go on. Here is my emails, my WhatsApp, and my WeChat. You can ask me any. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Seng, for the presentation. We have a very brief knowledge about all the program provided in Montpellier Business School. And now we start taking the question from the audience. So if you have any inquiry or if you are not sure about any information we just presented, you can leave your message and questions. First of all, for say each program, did you accept application from people who might have like different academic background? For example, he or she may come from the humanities arts. For example, he or she studied literature or language before, but they want to apply for a business or management degree or program in your school. Is it possible or not?
Yes, we accept all the students for even if they have a different background from business and management, of course. But it depends on which profile you have. For example, those students who have a background in language, literature, etc., and they didn't study any courses in management or in finance, in business, and they want to go to master degree. After the undergraduate level, they want to enter to graduate. But if they don't have the basic knowledge in business management, we will ask them to stay one more year to do the first basic courses and enter to master the next year.
I see. So that means the school also provides it's kind of preparatory courses for those who come from non-relative academic backgrounds. And they have to stay to study that one more extra year, say 3 years in total for master degree.
Yes.
I see. But like for application, they don't have to, for example, their degree or their transfer are necessary to be the same field.
Sorry?
I mean, like since
can you repeat it?
Yeah, their transcript and diploma are one of the requirement document for application. So even they are holding different diploma from their what they apply for, they can still do that. Like for example, do have prepare like extra motivation plan or study plan if they are from different backgrounds?
Yes, we will look on the transcript. If you have done or you have a background, have done some courses in business, it might be marketing, might be accounting, might be finance, that would be enough for them to specialize in their master degree, because we have a lot of specialization. For example, if you have transcript, even if you are in language, but you also studied some courses in marketing, and you would like to continue your graduation level in marketing. If you have already basic in marketing, of course you can go on directly to master. If you don't have basic knowledge in marketing and you want to go to the graduate level in marketing, we will ask you to stay 1 more year to get the basic. Am I clear?
Yes. All right. So next will be, does any program or degree require GMAT or GRE or like other like similar test results?
Okay. The GMAT, the student, as I told you, in my presentation, to enter to our program, let me come back.
Sure.
Here. So firstly, you have to go for application documents. If you have GMAT, you don't have to go on online test for reasoning and analytical test. If you don't have GMAT, school will give you the online test for reasoning. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, and also for English test, if you have IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC, you don't have to pass again English test of MBS. That would be enough. Yes.
Okay. You have mentioned and like internship will be part of requirement for each program. Does the school provide any support or assistance, say regarding finding a job or finding an internship for students?
Yes, as I told you, we have in MBS a career center. This career center will give you the data for all of enterprises which accept the students for internship. And the career center will coach the students, train them, and help them to do the CV and application for the company. And companies in France will come to MBS to recruit the students. But the only thing, MBS will not send the student to say, you are in this company. No, it's the company who will recruit the students. If the students respond to their requirement, the student have enough skill that they required, they will accept the students. Because the internship in France, if you do it more than 4 months, if you do an internship more than 4 months, you have to be paid about at least 600 euros per month. The company will select the intern. But MBS will coach, will train the student to be acceptable for the enterprise.
And also, does the school provide any scholarship opportunities?
The scholarship, MBS also offer the scholarship for the students. First scholarship is based on your application. If you have a very good application documents, for example, you have a very high score in your background, and you have a very good score during your test, online test, English test, interview, etc. MBS will give those students about at most 2,000 euros will be reduced from the tuition fees. Student will not get money, but it will reduce the tuition fees.
So student would be automatically eligible for the scholarship once they have three, excellent scores on their application, or do they have to apply it?
No, they will automatically. They will receive it automatically if they have an excellent application score.
So the scholarship is applied for all the programs, like either it's bachelor or master.
Yes. Yes. Some students will get only 1,000. The excellent student will get 2,000, but many students will get 1,000 less.
All right. Very good. And some of the students, when they, because your program will be all taught in, if they would like to, they can just choose the English track, the program in English track. But if they want to learn French, the language, does the school provide any courses or program for the international students?
Yes. For everyone who come to MBS, as I told you just on the first page, that when the student arrive to MBS here, we have the orientation seminar for 3 weeks. During these 3 weeks, students will have French courses 4 hours per day for 3 weeks. And after that, during the whole academic year, students will have in French courses 2 hours per week on the year. But they have a lot of homework to do for French. And the French courses, the student will not gain the score. It's just for the knowledge and skill. If they want really a score and they want to have a certification, they can choose another track. It means that French language. MBS should offer the French language track. Only French. For those who want the certification, they can have something, some more courses.
Is it only available for the MBA school students, or is it for all the students?
No. It's only for MBS students.
I see. And then for
Yes.
if they would like to study, say they would like to study French at the same time during the semester, is it any courses available or not?
Yes.
So they
Yes,
can
they
just
can.
after the orientation weeks, they can still start like keep learning French, and they will be like stored resources and then courses in the schools they can choose.
Yes. In fact, the 2 hours per week after the orientation seminar for 3 weeks, and then they will have 2 hours per week courses. It's like free for those students who don't want to get the score or certification. But for those who want like to learn more French, they can. But they will have a lot of working hour more and certification, and they have to pass the test, exam, etc.
Right. So for
Am I
like
clear?
yes.
Yeah, I am afraid that I'm not enough clear.
No, it's pretty clear.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's like student when they try to study in France, they want to learn French as well. Probably they are just basic learner. When they just enter the school, so they are wondering whether they have any courses or does the school provide any support for them to learn French.
Yes.
Mhm.
For example, I in the past I have the students who have learned French language first in their home country, and they come to France because they want to improve their language, French language, but they are not sure. They were not sure that they can study the specialization in French. So they choose, for example, the master degree in management. They want to choose first year in English because they said they need to learn properly, to study coherently for their specialization. So first year they will choose English track, but second year, because they are in France and they have improved the French language during first year, so the second year they will choose French track. Yes, this also they can. They can use first year in English, second year in French. Why learning in French is important? Because if the students want to get the experience, working experience in France, many companies in France will choose those students who speak French. And if you speak well French, and if you have learned with French track, you will be recruited easily. Yes, that's why those students who want to have experience, working experience in France, they choose first year in English. During first year, they will improve the French, and the second year they apply to the French track. That is also possible. In fact, Montpellier Business School is very soft, easily to help students to tailor it they track. So so student will feel easy and acceptable.
Right. Okay. So I know the school also provides support for housing. Does it mean like school has a dormitory, or what kind of support, like housing support, you might give to students?
Okay, so the students who are accepted to come to my school, they will have to ask for visa, like all international students. MBS will give the certificate of housing, and the student need to have a housing before arriving and accommodation. So MBS will find apartments to offer to the students. Different people, different students, different kind of needed. So some students want to have a studio. It means that live in an apartment by himself, or some other student would love to live with other. It means that I have one room in a big apartment with sharing apartment. So MBS will offer them different kind of accommodation. Students have to just to choose the apartment which they prefer. So and MBS will help them to connect with the apartment, the owner of the apartment, and will guarantee with owner that student will pay. Usually when international student come, they have to pay at least 3 months before in advance payment. But MBS as a guarantee for with the owner, the student will pay only 1 month in advance. So when the student get the housing, they arrive. When the student arrive to Montpellier, MBS will send a car to pick them up at the airport or at the train station to bring them to the apartment. And then our school will help students to apply for allowance, for housing allowance, because French government give about 20 or 30% of renting cost to the students. Maybe I don't explain clearly. In fact, French government offer allowance for all students, international and national students, about 20 or 30% of the renting cost. For example, you have to pay 400 euro per month for an apartment. You will get help from French government about 100 euros allowance. It means that in fact you will pay only 300.
Yeah, they have like housing subsidy for all the students.
Yes.
So whether you're international student or you're a French student.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but for this, student have to apply on the website of government. Government need to have a lot of documents. So MBS will help those students to do the file.
Okay, sure. So the last questions, can you show us what would be the next intake of the new semester? For example, for spring semester or for fall semester next year for each program?
Okay. MBS will have only one intake per year. It's in September.
All
So
right.
the next intake in MBS is September 2021. The application online will be open next week. It means that starting 23rd of November. Online application will be open and student can click student have to go to our website and click on apply, and they can fill in online and put the documents online. That is the starting date to online application on the 23rd November, and it will last until June 2021. The online application will be closed in June. I think it's the last week of June 2021.
It'll be next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have like 6 months to prepare for the application for student.
Yes. Right.
What about the others, like bachelor or other programs? Is it only for one semester? Or?
No, it's for every program. For bachelor program, master program, and because we have intake only once per year, it's in September 2021. For every.
Sure. So student can just say they can start browsing a website and they can start the application from next week.
Yes.
For the next year's semester.
Yes.
Okay, sure. I think that's all for today's questions. Well, you have shared your email and your contact information, so I believe like if students still have questions regarding the application or program or the school, they can still reach you. So here we have your email. Okay, your emails. You also offered your WeChat or WhatsApp. Student, if they have a question, they can reach you by either way.
Yes, please. If you have any questions or if you need any information, please contact me. I will be there and I will reply you in the day. Yes.
Cool.
And thank you very much for everyone.
Very helpful. Thank you, Seng. It's very helpful for us. And thank you for joining us today. And we're gonna.
I hope that I hope that you will join MBS for next year. Thank you very much.
We hope to see you as well. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Now we are on our second half of the session. We are glad to invite Monsieur Romain from TBS Business School, and he will bring us the introduction of the program in school and how to apply for the program for their school. Let's welcome him.
I should start. Let's go. All right. So thank you everyone for being here, for staying here. I'm Romain, so it's a French first name. I'm French. I live in Toulouse and I represent Toulouse Business School, TBS. In the next, let's say, 30 to 35 minutes or so, I'll be happy to present you the different programs that TBS has to offer. I will give you some more information about Toulouse, about the requirements, and any other information that I think will be valuable to you. And in the end, please feel free if you have any questions, any doubts. I'll be happy to give you all the information that you need. So without further ado, let's get going. So a little bit about an introduction about TBS. TBS is kind of a historic school. It has been here within the business school's landscape since 1903, so it's making it one of the most historical ones, one of the most the oldest one. about the faculty, what you guys need to understand is that you will be delivered classes by both professors coming from an academic background with a PhD level or PhD level, so great academic background. And the rest of the professors will be visiting professors and people working in the sector that they teach. For example, if you want to study luxury, you may have some great chances to network and to be delivered the class by somebody from Chanel or Vuitton or this kind of companies. So it's important to understand that you have both approach, academic and professional. TBS is a network of more than 200 partner universities worldwide, delivering 100 double degrees. So important takeaway here is, of course, the present situation is like a weird circumstance, if I may say, but we hope that it will be solved in the next coming months. So every international student has the possibility to go abroad depending on the program that they choose. So we have partner universities in countries like in the alphabetic order, like from A to Z. Like it can be Australia, it can be the US, UK, Germany. So it's always a good thing to have that in mind as well. The network of TBS is around like 6,000 nowadays. Is more like 6,000 students, and the programs are offered from bachelor to PhD, and that represents around 50,000 alumni worldwide by the end of 2020. So it's a great thing to network with people that already did the program that you're after and to see where they are right now. So this is your power base. You know, the faculty, the current students, and the alumni will be your power base. You never know who you can meet. It can be your next employer, your next colleague, your next client. So it's a very good opportunity when you are in a business school to understand the power of networking. All right, so about the accreditation, so by now I'm sure you're familiar with this. TBS is among the triple accredited schools, so very rare to get this triple accreditation. But it's like in professional sports. It's very hard to get there, but it's even harder to keep on being the best. Okay, so accreditations are delivered on a 3-year basis or 5-year basis, and TBS all got these 3 accreditations renewed for a 5 years extension. All right, so it's basically a recognition of the quality of the programs and the quality of the class and the professors and the opportunities that you have upon graduation. All right. All right, TBS, of course, is based in Toulouse. Toulouse is in the southwest part of France, so it's 3 hours away from Barcelona, 3.5 hours away from Barcelona, so very close to Spain. But we are a multi-campus, so depending on the program that you choose, you can have the possibility to study in Toulouse, Barcelona, Casablanca, London, and Paris. You will be mixed with a lot of international students, around 25% and growing, and representing about 80 nationalities. Because I'm representing the Toulouse campus, I have some photos for you of Toulouse. For those who don't know, it's called the Pink City, even if it can appear to be orange in some photos. Pretty much every building has the same shape and the same color. This is why we call it the Pink City. At the bottom, you can see the famous Capitol, Place du Capitol. It's a very, very famous place in Toulouse. Very touristic as well. All right. Then right now, I'm going to start by presenting 3 programs: Bachelor in Management, Master in Management, and Master of Science. Okay. So Bachelor in Management program is for or the high school students that want to integrate the business school. So every intake takes place, and this is similar for every program. Every intake takes place in September. This program is a 3-year program. It's full-time. You can start in English or French or in Spanish, depending on the campus that you choose to start from. It's an official bachelor's degree. All right. And for you to have a greater overview, it's divided in 3 years. So the first year will be you choose your campus to start. It can be Toulouse, Barcelona. Actually, from 2021, you will also be able to start in Morocco, in Casablanca. All right, so it can be in French. So first year, you choose your campus and you choose your track, French, English, or Spanish. From the second semester of year 1, you can switch campus. For example, you decide to start in Toulouse in September 2021. You can start in Toulouse in September, and by the month of January, you can switch campus and go to, for example, Barcelona. All right. The first year is about the fundamentals of management. All right. There will be finance, marketing, human resources, law. We get you to have a greater understanding of what is a business. You know, what when we speak about business, what is gravitating around, you know, because we want to prepare you to be, you will be in a team of people and you will be integrated the job market. So it's very important for you to get to know what finance department is doing, what the law department is doing, what the marketing department is doing, and so on. All right. In year 2, you will have the possibility to switch to another campus of TBS between Toulouse, Barcelona, and Casablanca. And you can also go abroad in one of our partner universities. That you in the beginning of this presentation. And we will keep on learning the basics of management. We will just incorporate some more dedicated courses like financial mathematics, or like a deeper accounting, this kind of subjects. And for year number 3, this is the time for you to specialize. So you will have to look for a specialization. So depending on your campus, Toulouse, Barcelona, or Casablanca, you will have a specialization. For example, in Toulouse can be aviation management, of course, because Toulouse is the capital city of aerospace and aviation. In Barcelona, it can be finance. In Casablanca, it can be digital. Okay, depending on your specialization, you will choose a campus. I always recommend students to choose a specialization first and a campus second. All right, because you get the chance to travel inter-campus during your program, so it's a good idea to really choose the specialization that you're after. Important thing to notice as well, year 1, year 2, and year 3 have something in common, is that you can do an internship, and we help you to find your internship. So during the year 1, it can be an 8 weeks internship, year 2 as well, 8 weeks, and year 3, it will be a 16 weeks internships. Okay, so 2 months and 4 months. We have a dedicated department that is here for you to help you find your internship, and this is valid for bachelor, master in management program, and master of science program. They will be basically here to prepare your CV, your cover letter, the way you express yourself during an interview. And so we'll give you a specialist that will be here for you to prepare all that. About the bachelor, so you need to be under 26 years old to apply. So this is for the requirements. Hold a high school degree which is non-French. Have a B2 level of English or French, depending on what language you want to start your program in. So we will be validating that, and the kind of documents that we will need will be a CV, a cover letter, grades, certificate of enrollment, diploma if you have it. So this will be the first step. And then the second step will be the online interview. If you satisfy the first step, your academic file is okay for us, we'll invite you to an online interview. The tuition fee right now, 31,500 euros for the 3 year of the program, so it's 10,500 euros per year. Okay, and there's a 120 application fee. So that's for the bachelor program. Let's dive into the master programs right now, which I believe we have more prospective candidates in this presentation. So master programs at TBS, you actually have two possibilities. You have the Master in Management, also called in French, Programme Grande École. So this is like kind of the renowned masters for every school. Every business school must have like a Master in Management program. Okay, this is kind of the go-to masters when we speak of like rankings and so on. So the Master in Management, about the features, it starts in September. Next intake will take place in September. It will be 2 years or 3 years, depending on whether you decide to do a gap year or not. I will make sure you understand that in my next slides. You will see a chart and you will have a better understanding of that. It's a full-time, so the first year is full-time. If you wanted to do the part-time, you know, in France, to do the part-time, meaning that you can come to the school and work at the same time. Let's say 1 week you come to the school, 2 weeks, or 2 weeks you come to the school, 2 weeks you go in a company. This is called alternance, so you can also call it part-time. In France, to do this, you have to be 1 year on the French territory prior to apply for a part-time program. Okay, so first year of the Master in Management program, you will not be eligible to do it, but if you want, you can do it during the second year. About the credits, it gives you 120 ECTS credits. You can start it in English or in French, the same as for the bachelor program. It's an official master's degree, which is a really important thing for you guys to understand, that you can start upon graduation in France to look for a job. Okay, you can apply for like an APS visa to stay in France to apply for a job for 1 year. Okay, so all right, about the program structure now. The year one, from September to December, you will have fundamentals of management courses, but pushed to a higher level in comparison to the bachelor program. You will have classes in financial analysis, still accounting, marketing, law, business law. You know, we will incorporate some more specialized classes. You can start on the campus of Barcelona and in Toulouse. If you start in Barcelona, it will be in English. If you start in Toulouse, it will be in French. Okay. From January to May, this is what we call the internationalization courses. So basically, depending on where you want to go, you will have some kind of specializations. They are not like your full specialization now, but very similarly to the bachelor program. You can start, you can go to Casablanca if you want to study big data, for example. If you want to keep on the more fundamentals and the management aspect, you will stay in Toulouse. Okay, so it really depends on what. It's kind of an elective that you want to choose and to go after to prepare yourself for what will be next in your second year, which is the specialization. All right. At the end of the first year, you'll have to do an internship, a 3-month internship, and we still have this dedicated department that is here for you to help you and prepare you to land the best internship for you. So that brings us to year 2. Year 2 is called your specialization, all right? Also called in the education world an MSc, Master of Science. Nothing to do with science, guys. It's just the name of the specialization. Master of Science degree will be your specialization. I will be showing you in a couple of slides the specializations that we have at Toulouse Business School, at TBS. But basically, first year in Master in Management, general approach, business management, you get the full scope. Second year, you do the specialization, okay? At the end of every year, you need to do an internship, okay? We have partner with like the big names in pretty much every sectors like HSBC, PwC, Airbus, of course, because of Toulouse, Société Générale, Louis Vuitton, you name it, okay? We have a great network of partners that are ready to welcome you in an internship program. So about now, let's move it to, this was the first possibility, okay? Master in management, as I told you in the beginning, it can be in 2 years or in 3 years. 2 years will be year 1, year 2, okay? Should you wish to do a gap year, it will be in between year 1 and year 2. So a gap year is here for you to get working experience, to get valuable working experience. You can do like a startup project, you can do a humanitarian mission. You will have to be validated by the school, of course, by the program direction. But 95% of the people that decide to do a gap year is for one reason: they want to gain more experience. Okay, for people that are not familiar with the management background, or they are not from a management background prior to arriving to the school, it's very your time to shine and to get some valuable experience. Okay, so first year you do of course the first year, the year 1. Second year you will do your gap year, and third year you'll do your specialization. Okay, a very important thing to remember here is that whatever happens with the Master in Management program, you will get a double degree. So double degree means what? You'll get the Master in Management program from TBS, which is number 10 in France, number 15 in Europe, okay, top 10 and top 15 in Europe. And also you will get a Master of Science, which is your second year, Master of Science. Those are 2 different diplomas from TBS in the specialization of your choice. So whatever happens with the Master in Management, you have a double degree. The other thing that can happen is during your second year, so your year 2 on the graph, on the chart right here, if you want, you can go abroad in one of our partner university. Should you decide to stay, and if the partner university offers you the possibility to stay for 1 year, you can come back to the school with a program, like a master program from the partner university. Let me give you an example. We have a partnership with Georgia State. Okay, if you are accepted, okay, Georgia State delivers an MBA for exchange students that want to go to Georgia State upon acceptance, or upon acceptation. Sorry. If you go to Georgia State, you stay 1 year at Georgia State, you come back with an MBA from Georgia State at the same price of the tuition fees of the Master in Management from Toulouse Business School. So you have the Master in Management from Toulouse Business School and the MBA from Georgia State. Okay, so that's double degree combination as well. In terms of the features, it's an official master's degree. In the beginning, multi-campus, Toulouse, Paris, Barcelona. It's and you can also go to Casablanca for your internationalization courses. It's very customizable, so you will see that you have a lot of specializations to choose from, and I'm pretty sure you guys have already an idea of where you want to go. And yeah, the biggest benefit, the greatest benefit here is the fact that 97% of our MSc, Master in Management, and MSc graduates, they find a job within 6 months upon graduation. Okay, so we are getting you ready for the job market. Okay, it increases increases your credibility on the job market to say that you are coming from TBS with a Master in Management degree or a Master of Science degree. Okay, it's recognized worldwide. The Master in Management is an official state diploma. You will see that the Master of Science degree are not state diploma, but they are recognized worldwide. We have alumni, in pretty much every part of the world. So the requirements now, you must be under 28 years old at time of application. You must hold a bachelor's degree. It's the equivalent of 3 years, so 180 ECTS. You know, the ECTS credits, it works like 60 ECTS per year from a non-French academic program. B2 level of English. We accept IELTS, IELTS 6.0, TOEFL 80, TOEIC 800. We also have our internal TBS English test, because I know that especially in our nowadays conditions, it can be hard for you to sit for an English exam. So we provide an official, recognized test when you want to apply to TBS, and it's free of charge. Of course, it comes with your application. And about the admission tests, so you know, the Master in Management program, we ask you to sit for a GMAT program or a GRE program or the equivalent. However, since the pandemic, actually, since COVID, and because for obvious reasons of like to ease the process, if you have this kind of score, this kind of exams, it will support your application. No question about that. If you don't have like a logic test, like the GMAT or GRE or equivalent, it's not a problem. You can apply only with your and an English test score like a little bit better than 6.0, which is 6.5. So you can understand that it's not recommended. It will support your application. It's not mandatory. Okay, it's not mandatory. It's recommended. Sorry, it's recommended, but not mandatory to present a GMAT or GRE or equivalent. All right. We understand the situation is not easy for everyone to sit for this kind of exam and to prepare because it takes long hours to prepare. So recommended, not mandatory. So we gather your file, and the next step is an online interview. So basically, for more information about the online interview, it will be general like motivation questions about what you guys know about the management sector, if you guys know about your specialization, what specialization you have in mind, and what achievements have you done so far, and why you want to do this kind of program, where it will take you. Okay, it's just like general motivation questions, no trick, no difficulty at all. The programs for the program, the application fees are 100 euros, and the total tuition fees will be 28,600 euros for the 2 years of the program. Should you want to do a gap year, it will be on top of that. It will be like just 700 euros to maintain your enrollment in the school. So 28,600 euros for the 2 year of the program. All right. I hope you're still there. You follow along. I just have one more program, and then after will be a question and answer session. So, as you may have guessed by now, Bachelor, Master in Management, the last one remaining would be the Master of Science program. So the Master of Science program is for those of you who already know where they want to go. They know what specialization they want to go for. They don't want to spend 2 years. They want to spend just 1 year and study their specialization. To become a more valuable asset on the marketplace, to kind of progress their career to the next level, okay? To be a valuable asset in your present company or in the next company. So, about the features, next intake September 2021. It's a 12-month program. It's full-time, gives you 90 credits, ECTS credits. Mainly in English. You will see that some of them are in English and French, but most of them are taught in English. The diploma is a Master of Science. It's a school diploma, but it's not because it's a school diploma that it is not an official diploma. Most of our MSCs are accredited CGE. I'm sure you guys have already heard of that. It means basically that you you become at the end of this program, when it's CGE accredited, eligible to apply for an APS visa, allowing you to stay in France for 1 year upon graduation. Okay, so APS visa, when you apply, you get it. You're exempt from competition law. You can apply like a European citizen to any jobs that you want for 1 year. After, if you integrate the job market, it's the best news for you. The employer can decide to keep you and to put you on a full-time full-time contract. Okay, and by the way, we have a lot of students that graduated from TBS a couple of years ago that are still in France working for some of the largest corporations in France. So that's the great news. The MSc programs are delivered in Toulouse, Paris, Barcelona, and Casablanca. So, the way it's structured, from September to March, you will have what we call the professional expertise, basically your classes. Okay, classes are made of the theoretical approach, but strong component of the program is real business-led case project, real project. Okay, you're not a bachelor student anymore. You still have theoretical approach, but you are getting into more practical things right now. The soft skills certificate that you can see under, like from September to December, the soft skills certificate, for those of you that already did a couple of job interviews, they may have been aware of what that is. It's kind of a buzzword nowadays. The soft skills, meaning that the way we design the professional expertise is in order for you to be valuable in terms of teamwork, in terms of leadership skills, in terms of communication skills. You know, this kind of soft skills that will prepare you to be a great asset on the job market. And if I can put it in those terms, it's a great resale value for you, because you already have you have the practical approach. Like, let's say you want to do work in banking, you have the banking expertise, but you also have, you know, this soft skill certificate, which is so important for employers nowadays. You know, how you express yourself, that you demonstrate teamwork, that you demonstrate leadership skills and communication skills, and so on. So we prepare you for that, and we give you like a certificate, a soft skills certificate that is valuable for the job market. And the next valuable thing, which is to me like the great thing of this program, is the consulting mission. So basically the consulting mission, let me take you an example from last year. You have Airbus. Airbus is either coming to the school or is sending you an official letter to you, divided in groups. So if you want to, you can be divided in groups. One person from the MSc Banking, one person from the MSc Marketing in the same group, one person from the MSc Artificial Intelligence. Okay, so you'll be gathered in groups, and Airbus will address you like a problematic that they are facing in their company right now. Your job will be over the next the next couple of weeks, like it will last about 2 weeks, 80 hours of work. Sorry. So it will basically, you will have to work on this problem to look for like solutions, work on some findings that you can transfer to Airbus. And Airbus, 2 weeks after that, they will select the winner, the team that has won according to them, and they will apply your findings in their own strategy, okay, in their own everyday job. It's a great practical thing, a great achievement to put on your CV that you did. I don't know, you might have increased the sales turnover of Airbus by 12%. This is the kind of achievements that you can get. And I'm speaking about Airbus, but it's Airbus, PwC, HSBC, it's companies, we're talking about companies like that, okay? So it's a great asset on your CV, once again. Then from April to August, you will have to write a master thesis. A master thesis is mandatory, Okay, can be on the subject of your choice related to the MSc, the specialization that you have chosen. And there is an optional internship. However, I strongly recommend you to land an internship because, of course, we are always thinking of the after the job market. And on the job market, nowadays there are companies are looking at your academic background, but also at your real concrete and working experience. Okay, the career starters support. So what you see at the bottom here is the dedicated department that is here to help you prepare a CV, cover letter, and so on to be the best candidates at time of application. About the specialization right now, the MSc degrees that we have to offer. So at TBS we have two clusters. It means two expertise clusters in aerospace and mobility, of course, because they are Airbus. Airbus is based in Toulouse, but not only in artificial intelligence and big data as well. So this is our kind of our area of expertise. But we have developed some others expertise and growing. Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Romain, we lost your voice. Do you want to check your microphone again? Or?
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, you're back here.
Yeah, all good? All good now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so where should I go back?
Well, we just lost you for like within 1 minute, so it should be fine.
Okay. So let me try again and let me start over. So this is the kind of specializations that we have. I was saying that we have two clusters, areas of expertise at TBS Business School around aerospace and mobility, of course, because of Airbus, and also in artificial intelligence and big data. So you can see that the specializations there will range from the aeronautics and aerospace to audit and controlling, artificial intelligence, of course, big data, banking, consulting, can be in a human resources sector. It can be also in entrepreneurship and business development, marketing, fashion, luxury, and supply chain. Okay, so it's a very wide approach, but we have this kind of specialization as your MSc, as your full-time MSc or your second year of Master in Management. Okay, let me go over to it. So aerospace, audits, artificial intelligence, big data, consulting, strategic innovation, can be banking, financial technology and markets, marketing, luxury, and supply chain. Okay, so very specialized, of course. Again, you will have very practical approach, so you will have 60% of the people that will be delivering class to you, they will be from a professional, like from a corporate background. So executives from, I don't know, SAP, IBM, Ernst & Young, this kind of practitioners. Then you have the soft skill certificate, and the employability rate within 6 months of graduation will be 97%. About the requirements right now, it will be different depending on the campus that you target. In Toulouse, we will be looking for a 4-year bachelor degree or equivalent. For Barcelona campus, it will be 3 years plus 2 years of working experience. About the English test score, it will be IELTS 6.5 or equivalent, or still the TBS English test score that you can submit with your application. So we gather files like a CV, cover letter, grades, diploma, and no GMAT for these programs. No, it's not mandatory at all. If you have one still, we will be welcoming it with pleasure, because it will support the application. And then online interview. Online interview, when you choose a MSc specialization, it will be a good idea to know not to master the subject, but to know some things about the subjects. Okay, if you want to target aerospace, it will be a good idea to read a little bit about the aerospace sector, or if you want to target the MSc Banking and International Finance, for example, it can be a good idea to know the impact of the Brexit or this kind of information. So again, it's here to assess your motivation, but it's good to know, of course, what you're talking about. The application fee for the program, it's 100 euros, and the total tuition fees, it depends on the program actually, from 17,000 to 18,500 euros. Okay, let me go back just a little bit for you to understand which MSc programs are CGE accredited, meaning that you could stay in France upon graduation. So we're talking about the MSc Aerospace Management, the MSc Controlling and Risk Management, which is in Paris, the MSc Artificial Intelligence and Business Analytics, the MSc Big Data, Marketing and Management, the MSc International Business, the MSc Banking and International Finance, the MSc Marketing Management and Communication, the MSc International Luxury Industries Management, which is in Paris again, and finally the MSc Supply Chain and Lean Management, which is a dual degree with an engineering school next to Toulouse. It's 45 minutes away. It's called Albi. It's a very famous city if you like art. So it's 45 minutes away, and it's in dual degree with IMT Mines of Albi. It's an engineering school, so you get both approach, the business approach and the engineering approach. All right. So yes, depending on the programs that you choose, will be ranging from 17,000 to 18,500 euros for the 12 months. And that's it for me. I hope you can still hear me. And thank you for your attention. And I guess that now we have the questions and answers.
Thank you, Romain. Yes, we stay with you till the very end. Be fine. So our first question from audience regarding the MSc in management of creative and cultural activities.
Yeah.
Could you specify some like more details? Like what would be the main focus about this program? For example, it's about art, painting, dance. Is there a lot of perspective of arts? What would be the main focus of the program?
Which one? I'm not sure to have heard the name of the program.
MSc of Management of Creative and Culture Activities.
Creative, yeah. Like you want to know the main focus. That's right.
Of the program.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good question. So this MSc. Okay, should I share my screen? Oh, okay. I think that's okay. So this MSc will focus on several industries that are related to France's kind of best industry. It will be basically how to manage a team, how to integrate a business development team, a marketing team, a finance team, and so this knowledge apply to the sector of music, of museum, art, of anything related really to this landscape of creative. So mainly, of course, it can be event management as well. And we have a lot of our alumni that have decided to work in event management after doing this program. So it's mainly our alumni right now, they're working in music industry, in the event management industry. They're working also for some of the biggest museums in France, but also in New York, in the US. So it's just it's a business approach, but applied specifically to this kind of industry. Okay, so you get to study again marketing, business development, also some human resources approach, how to manage people in this kind of industry, because every industry, of course, is different. So how to effectively manage this kind of person and how to run a business in these sectors.
I see. Does a school or program like work with any, say, art tuitions, like gallery or museum, and then probably provide internship opportunity for students?
So gallery or museum, do they provide internship? This is your question?
Yeah, for example, does a school work with like close with specific like art centers or museums? Or it's depend on how what student would
in every specialization that we have, basically we are partnering with some of the big names in the industry. But I mentioned like Airbus for the aerospace. I mentioned like HSBC for the banking sectors. For everything that is more related to creative, to arts, and for this MSc, we partner locally, of course, but we have a lot, because Paris will be the best place if you want maybe to start about anything related to this industry. We have a strong connections in Paris, but not only, as I told you, in the US, in Germany, in some other countries. But we have some connections, and the program managers will have some connections, and will invite some guest speakers from. It can be from a museum in Toulouse, from an art gallery in Paris. They will invite some guest speakers. Well, this is when I told you 60% of the teachers will have an academic background, but 40% will have will come from the corporate world. So this is a great opportunity to network with those people. But it's not limited to that. Of course, we have some connections, but if you find I don't know, an art gallery in New York or in Los Angeles or in France, in Paris, in Milan, in Italy, of course we will encourage you, and we will make sure you will be the best prepared candidates to get this internship.
All right, cool. Another program. This is a question regarding another program. It's MSc in Business Analytics and Big Data Management. Can you probably specify the program structure for us? What would be the courses included?
Well, I have some difficulties to hear. I heard like big data, and after I lost.
Yeah. Could you specify the program structure or course structure of the program of Business Analytics and Big Data Management?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So big data. So big data. The difference, because for some people it can be can look alike. So big data, it's designed. The goal is to serve marketing. Okay. So you will have courses like data visualization, data analytics. You will have some projects to do around big data. Like we have a data tool, and I will be happy to share some more information for those of you that are interested. Data tool is a project that you share with the MSc Artificial Intelligence and Business Analytics. And it's basically you get locked down at the school for 24 hours, and you have a project, and you need to terminate the project, to finish the project by the end of these 24 hours. So it's a kind of a long day, but that got us some amazing results. But you can suppose that big data marketing management is still like a marketing focused program. How big data, how all of this data that we have around us will serve the marketing strategy of a company. Artificial intelligence will be more, let's say, specialized, you know, because big data and artificial intelligence are working together, are complementary. But MSc Artificial Intelligence will be coming prior to the work of somebody in big data, for example. And what's interesting with this program, Artificial Intelligence, is that nowadays those specializations, but especially artificial intelligence, they are in high demand from the market. They are very, very specialized, and this is what the market is in need for. And the kind of salaries that you can expect are catching up on the finance salaries. So for more information about the full syllabus of the programs, I will be happy to share the full syllabus. We have 8 learning outcomes per program, so you can see the difference. It's always good to have some written proof also. So whatever the best way for you to get this information, I can transfer them to you, or I can present them to you in a we can decide. But it's a good idea to have an understanding in the written format of the difference. But big data marketing, how big data will serve marketing, artificial intelligence comes prior. It's machine learning. It's a little bit more oriented to like a stats and into a technical approach, but it's still a business degree, okay? Because how your technical expertise will serve the end of a big corporation or a smaller corporation, but the strategy of this kind of company.
I see. What would be the percentage of an international student in your school? For example, in MSc program?
For MSc program, so we have about 75-80% that are international. So it's a great number. There are, like last year, we had some people from like pretty much all over the world, and some new countries as well that we never met before. We had Swaziland, for those of you who know where it is. So Swaziland people, we had, of course, Taiwanese people. We've had Australian, Canadians. We have more and more Americans from the US. A lot of people from South America as well. So, and from Morocco as well. So pretty much all continents are aware of what's going on at TBS Business School, and we're happy to hear that.
Sure. And I would say like aerospace was one of the most popular in your school. And could you also like probably explain what's the difference between the MSc aerospace? What is the between the MSc aerospace and MSc MBA?
Okay, so an MSc, it's an American program that has been designed way back in the years for people wishing to progress their career to a better position. Okay, people with some experience, not a lot of experience, but some experience. Nowadays, MSc programs have opened to more junior profiles. Okay, so you basically can apply after a bachelor with no experience or not a lot of experience. An MBA, so just for you to understand the difference, an MBA will generally ask for at least 5 years to 10 years in the field. For example, if you want to do the MSc Aerospace, it's an academic program that you can integrate after a bachelor in management in another field, for example. But it has to be somehow linked to business. If you want to do the executive MBA in aerospace, for example, you will have, it's a must to have at least 5 years of experience in the field of aerospace. You need to be already kind of an expert, but you want to push this to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the main difference. So more junior profiles for MSc, MBA already have 10 years of experience in the aerospace sector. They are just missing one thing, or they have been asked by their company to study the MBA to get this top management position at their company. This is the kind of situation that in which it can happen.
Sure. That means for MBA, they must have like at least certain years of working experience or research experience before. That's the main difference.
Yeah, related to the field, because the executive MBA, the aerospace MBA is renowned worldwide, and
Right.
the people that are studying this MBA, they have like 10, 15 years of experience already.
Right. For those who finish their master in aerospace, the school also provides support for finding an internship or future job for them.
In every industry we have connections in every industry. Of course, we have an historic partnership, kind of a preferred partnership because it's in Toulouse with Airbus. So we have strong roots in Airbus. We have alumni that are in Airbus, international students, international alumni that are working still together at Airbus. So of course we have strong connections there. The people that will come to deliver classes to you, they have like strong chances to be part of Airbus or subsidiaries. If it's not Airbus, it can be ATC. It can be like every company is related to Airbus. Latécoère, Liebherr, these kind of companies. Thales can be also Thales. Can be Safran. You name it.
Yeah. All right. Clear. The last question: does the school provide any scholarship or financing support for students?
Yes, sure, and that's a good question. Every international student automatically is considered for scholarships. Okay, we automatically consider your file to be granted a scholarship. Mainly, they are based on academic profile. Okay, if you have an excellent academic profile, this is where you get the most chances to get the scholarship. Let me take the example of the master's degrees. At the master's degree, we have in Master in Management, we have a couple of scholarships. One is the merit scholarship. So if you score a higher test score of 500 GMAT, so you have a GMAT of 500 or more, 650 or more, you can be considered for the excellence scholarship, which starts at 15%. Discount on the tuition fees. Okay, it's actually a discount on the tuition fees of the year. We have early bird scholarship where we reward the best students, because according to us, the best students are the ones that apply and make decisions quick. So if you secure your seat in the program by the end of the year or by the end of the certain period that will be communicated to the students. As of today, it's the end of March. By the end of March, if you secure your seat in the program by the end of March, you can get 10% automatic discount. After, if you come from a partner university, you can get a discount. If you come from a triple accredited business school, you can get a discount. If you have siblings in the school, you can get a discount. So we call it discount scholarship. You call it pretty much however you want, but we still have like some financial aid for the students at TBS. So this is part of TBS, and also the FL scholarship delivered by Campus France has opened at the beginning of the month. So we evaluate the files. So Campus France scholarship, basically the FL, like the Tour Eiffel Tower. It covers everything related to your outside costs, except from the tuition fees, so accommodation, everything else. But trust me, it can cover a large part of your tuition fees as well, because Campus France in some cases is very generous with the students. But of course, you have to be like one of the best candidates that we met during the year. I think profile top 1, top 3 maximum. So yeah, we have scholarships at TBS, but you also have scholarship from the French government.
Nice. I think that's we are almost reaching the time, the end of the session now. But well, if the students still have any questions, say regarding their plan, like they have a specific plan, study plan for their future, can they still contact you?
Yeah, of course. Do you know how they can contact me? Should I put on my email address on the chat? How do you want to do this?
Or would you like to share it on the screen, like your email? Read
it? Maybe. Or can I chat it? Can I put it on the chat? Is it easier?
Of course.
Okay. Not sure if I'm addressing it to everybody now.
You can address to everybody. You can choose to.
I don't have this option. Okay, maybe let me share my screen. I have I can send a message to the organization. EF. Alright, let me share my screen. Might be easier.
So also regarding either application, or they are not sure
which
program they should apply for, or they are more eligible for, they can also write to you, and then probably they can just specify their details, and then you can just give them probably proper.
Yeah, sure. My team and I will be more than happy to give you any information that you want. Let's just do something like this. Okay. Can you see my screen or not?
Yes, we are with you.
Okay, so this is me.
That's great. So for our audience,
And
if you have
my
any specific
name.
All right. Very good.
Connection is not the best. I think it's on my end, fortunately. Sorry about that. I cannot hear you very well.
All right, but I think we're good. Well, we have your email
Can
on the screen.
you guys see it? Is it all right?
Yes. Your name and title, and then we know how to reach you right
now. Okay, everybody. All right. All good.
Okay. I think it's everything for today's session. Thank you, Romain, joining us tonight, and it's very thorough.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Very clear. So it definitely helped with our student.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of information. Yeah, I know it's a lot of. Yeah, it's a lot, but I will be happy. In 40 minutes, it's you get information, and then I'm sure I'm not the only one. You guys have other presentation or have had other presentations. So if you guys need more information on a particular program, a particular questions, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer them myself, or my team are here for you, and to help you make the best decision for your next couple of months. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you for your support, and thank you for joining us tonight. We're gonna see you probably next year.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah.